Well, of course, you're struggling to fit it all in. You're trying to do too much. You're overplanning. Welcome to the Time Domination Show. I am your host, James Boardman. If you are coming through, please do let me know. I want to know that you've watched. I want to know if you resonate. Oh, do you know the number of messages I get come through my inbox saying, when I've asked how their day's going, oh, I'm struggling today. I'm struggling to cope. I'm struggling to keep up. I'm struggling to fit everything in. It's very difficult because we as entrepreneurs are built very differently, maybe to the corporate 9-to-5s or the people that run everyday jobs. We are working for ourselves and we are thriving to create a legacy, a business, a living. And we have to do that from the bottom up, okay? Our paycheck is not guaranteed. So what we try to do is try to do everything at once. Very much similar to the conversation that we had yesterday on yesterday's show. So we overplan because of our lack of impatience, because of the need for certainty, because of the need for instant growth and scalability within our business. We try to throw everything in the mix. Okay, we try to throw all of the jobs that we can possibly do in one day. And if you looked at a page of A4, you'd fill it with all of the things that you need to do. And when you look at that page of A4 and you try to establish everything, try to complete everything that's on there, what ends up happening is that you get to maybe 1, 2, 3 things, then you become distracted. Then what you do is start one job, you don't have time to finish that job, so then you move on to the next plate and you start doing that job, and then you get distracted and go on to the next job. And before you know it, you've got like 10 things half done. So in theory, you are doing everything here, but nothing. And emotionally, mentally, and physically, it's distracting for you. It's disruptive for you. It can plague your life and your mindset. It can completely and utterly consume you. And you're trying to build this business. You're trying to grow this legacy. You're trying to earn a living. But now you've got no energy. Now you're feeling flat and demotivated because everything on your fucking list right here is just not getting done, right? And I think this really comes down to a priority issue. And being able to handle this and deal with this is recognizing within your business, within your bubble, within the way that you work, of knowing what the priority is. Here's an easy equation. If you don't earn money, you don't have a business. So everything that is related to you earning revenue and building business, and by the way, that is not just selling programs or launches. That is getting in front of your customer. That is doing talk shows. That is doing interviews. That is building relationships and networks. These are things that are priorities within your business. What in your business moves the needle forwards? What brings in the money? And if you're doing lots of different jobs that are not really doing that, i.e. spending too much time making sure your photos look pretty, spending too much time with your head in emails, worrying about distractions, if you are then looking through Instagram and social media and wondering what other people are doing and how they're being so successful. All of those micro tasks end up distracting you. So what we need to be able to do is be able to identify what is the key priority that moves my business forwards. And we don't just wake up in the morning and go, right, fuck it, I've got it. The top 3 things I'm going to do today are, because that doesn't happen like that. You wake up, you're a little bit frustrated, maybe you're not in the mood. And if you don't walk in and you don't have a plan of action where you open up and go, great, there's my schedule for the day. 7 o'clock I'm doing this, 10 o'clock I'm doing that. You're being accountable for your time right here in front of you, then you're going to lose because you can't sustain chasing your own tail. You can't sustain falling down and not getting everything done. You have to be accountable for your time. If I started taking £10 off you every time you wasted time, okay, you would certainly shore up your time management, your priorities, so that you didn't waste it and become a burnt out entrepreneur or business owner. What I want you to do is I want you to go and I want you to look at tomorrow, because today is pretty much gone. Look at tomorrow. What are the top 3 jobs that you need to do? What is the start time and the finish time that you work? How much time do you need to invest in daily tasks? What are your daily tasks? I.e., connecting with people, social media planning, content creation. Okay, maybe we do an hour and a half of that for the day, and we do that at the end of the day. Then we focus on priority number 1 between 9 and 10:30, focus on priority 2 between 11 and 12:30, and focus on priority 3 around 12:30 till 2 o'clock. And then we work for an hour and a half with no distractions, phones off, computers down unless you need it, but notifications off, so you go all in on that one job. And instead of being all or nothing, you've got 3 main tasks done. Then from 3:30 to 5, you wrap up that period. So that means connecting on your email. It doesn't matter if you get distracted or into something. You've done your main jobs for the week. You then can get into your content creation, your logistical side of your business, and all of the stuff that we have to do to make the business function. Just take a step back, look at yourself and look at the way that you're working from an out-of-body experience, if you like. I call it the military drone. You know, the military drones that look down and they map out everything that's going on below them. Do that with yourself, the way that you work, and condition yourself to do that regularly to review how you're working. Because if you looked at yourself on the ground, you'd find yourself sprinting and you're about to burn out and get ambushed.